What's up, guys? Currently it is 4 o'clock in the morning. I just finished arriving to the Austin airport. On today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys on a journey to Tread Lightly in Utah. I want to show you guys something we're working on. She loves it when I leave the truck behind. She loves to take it to work and show it off to all of her friends. Real quick, I want to tell you what this is all about. So basically, for the last 2 weeks, we've been on a mission to raise $10,000 towards Tread Lightly. In case you guys don't know what that is, I left the link down below for you guys to go check it out. And we're on our way right now to Salt Lake City, Utah, to give them a status update of where we're at right now as far as the donation goes. Alright guys, we made it to Salt Lake City, Utah. That was a direct flight from Austin, Texas. It took us about 3 hours to get here. I pretty much just knocked out, so it was fairly quickly. As of right now, I'm waiting for Justin B. McBride to come pick me up, and from there we're going straight to Tread Lightly. There he is. The man himself,
hey
Justin B. McBride. So how's everything, dude?
Oh, good, dude.
So guys, cool story. In case you guys have not seen Justin's walk around, he used to own an incredible badass Tacoma. I'll make sure to put a link down below so you guys can go check it out. But he's starting his new build right now with this Jeep. So what was the main reason why you switched?
So the main reason for the switch was primarily size. Is the Tacoma with the swing arms, with the front bumper, and the little bull bar and all that stuff. It was about 20 feet long. It was a long old puppy for a mid-size truck. And I got a new place, and it didn't fit in the garage. So we started shopping around for something shorter, and this is what we landed on.
How far away do you think we are from Tread Lightly?
From Tread Lightly, 15 minutes.
Alright guys, we made it to Tread Lightly. It's time to give them a status update of where we currently stand as far as the donation goes. That's their building right there, check it out. Is this your first time coming to Tread Lightly, Justin?
It is, sadly enough. They're just down the road from me. I've never been in the building.
Oh, now we're in this little squishy thing.
We did it. We fit. Bros forever.
The man of the hour, Brian. How's it going, man? All right, guys, so I just spoke with Brian, and it seems like the whole staff, well, the majority of the staff members are not here today. So they're actually out on duty, but quick thing, Justin came here to represent CBI, and they were actually working on something with Tread Lightly. So you guys are gonna wanna make sure to stay tuned for that. It's gonna be pretty cool. So let's go to Brian's office and see, let's start asking him some questions. Here we are, guys, with Brian. Dude, thanks for having me. Thank you for your time.
Oh, great.
It's awesome coming out here and getting to meet you. It would have been cool to meet the team, but I totally understand that you guys.
Well, you'll meet the team as we keep moving forward and do the projects. Cool. Yeah, it's great to have a visitor because not many people. We're always meeting our members out on the trails and stuff, but rarely do they come anywhere near us.
That's
So,
cool, man.
yeah.
Well, it's cool to be here. This is where it happens, you know? This is
Yeah.
where you guys make it happen.
Luckily, we're a national nonprofit promoting education, awareness, and stewardship in America's public lands through responsible recreation, both low impact and high impact recreation. We're supported by agencies, so the BLM, Forest Service, state parks, and then also individual companies on the corporate social responsibility aspect. And then we're a membership organization, so you can join, you can get all these perks and benefits and things as well. So no, we're national. We are based in Utah. This is where the office is. A lot of people think that we have offices in every place, but we are a pretty small staff of just 8 people, but we do have a far reach of every state. Well, we have a number of flagship programs, which we are sort of changing to become Tread Lightly as a whole, you know, but we do have Ride On designated routes, which is for the OHV use. We also have Respected Access, which covers hunting, fishing, hiking, camping, things like that. And we also have Respect and Protect, which is our new program, just a couple of years old, which covers the archaeological, paleontological, cultural, and historical resources. And that was started in Utah 2 years ago because of the damage that we were seeing to rock art and cultural elements. So again, it's a different kind of program because it's more educational, because there's not much stewardship that we can do in order to protect these places. It's just about education and awareness. It's all based on the TREAD principles. That's our main thing. So it's TREAD. So T is travel responsibly, respect the rights of others, educate yourself, avoid sensitive areas, do your part. And that's the TREAD principles. And you know, that's really what they all hear. So specifically to OHV use 4x4. So travel only in areas open to 4x4 use. Obviously, you know, don't be driving around on a mechanized trail, things like that. You know, drive over, not around obstacles to avoid widening the trail. Leave gates as you find them. You always want to make sure that you've got permission to enter private property. You gotta check the weather before you go. So a lot of this stuff is all common sense.
Yeah.
But again, people may not think about it. You know, they may not check the weather and just go out and then get stuck in a storm or something.
Storm.
You always want to contact the land managers to make sure of area restrictions or closures. So especially with avoid sensitive areas, that's where we get into the archaeological stuff. You know, we don't want to be going and, you know, trampling over and ruining historical sites and things like that. And then do your part. Of course, you want to pack out all your trash and leave it better than you found it. I think, would say half and half. Like, people are subconsciously aware that they may be doing something, you know, wrong, but because there's no specific sign to say do not do this, you know, it's okay. And because we're working with a lot of wilderness areas, a lot of far out spaces, there's, you know, it's not possible to have a kiosk at every trailhead to give these tips. So, but I think that people aren't necessarily being irresponsible for the sake of being irresponsible. It's because they don't know. And if we can communicate and we can educate in a voice and a way that will resonate with them, whether it's through videos on YouTube or Facebook, or again, stickers or kiosks, you know, allowing people to understand what is the right and wrong way to recreate, they'll most likely do the correct thing. So it's all about education and just meeting people on their turf. Respect the land, respect the access, respect private property, stay on the trail, just respect the land, and then you're going to still continue to have access, because we're seeing a lot of the agencies are closing down these areas because of damage, you know, because of irresponsible behavior. And as I said, you know, the majority of people aren't specifically doing it to close down, to damage the areas, but they're not aware. And the more that this happens, the more closures we're going to see, and then they're just not going to be available. So that's really where respected access came from. Through stewardship, you know, we will work in synergy and with the agencies, so the BLM, state parks, or Forest Service, and we will work to identify areas that are close to being closed or in danger of closure because of maybe the trails being widened, or there isn't proper access, there aren't gates being provided, there's no educational materials, or there's tons of trash, you know. And then we'll work with our members and our other organizations such as yourself, or CBI or Polaris Adventures and things like that, and then we'll get a crew to come and volunteer to clean up that area, you know, and hope that we can maintain it in order so it doesn't get closed. And then we'll, you know, put a educational kiosk and a plaque and stuff to show. So really, like, we're not we're not a policing service. Like, we Tread Lightly is not the ones that are closing down the areas. We're just helping and we're working
Yeah, which is
to
a
keep them
huge
open.
part.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys keeping it, making sure that people are aware of it already puts us at a safer zone, and having the trails not closed technically.
Yeah, and a lot of people are aware that we exist and will find areas that have been misused, and they'll contact us to let us know, and then maybe there'll be a grant that we can find, that we can help and work to maintain the areas. Yes, we do. We have a program called Tread Trainer, and it's a nationally recognized program where you can come. We'll travel around. You're always going to find a tread trainer in your area. We have a map on the website. If you go to Learn and Tread Trainer, you'll find the map, and it will help you find where there's tread trainers in your area, and you can contact them. You can also contact us directly and find out when we're going to be doing educational classroom type stuff, and we'll teach people how to be a tread trainer, and then you can become a master tread trainer and then teach your own programs, and then that's when you're able to perform your own events and be your own sort of Tread Lightly ambassador. Oh, there's plenty, and they change all the time. But you're gonna we have a great deal with Chrysler, where you get 1% off a new vehicle. We have discounts on discount tire, even though they're already discount tire, but you get extra discount tire, and things like that. But every time, and it's all basically through our partners. Will come in and they'll donate a load of stuff. So just always come in and check. And a lot of times, a lot of people will join because of the discount on the vehicle, because that's pretty substantial. Litter's a big one. You'll find it's still, my mind boggles is why people, even if there's a trash can within visible distance, people will still just dump stuff on the ground. And again, it's ruining it for everybody. So that's a simple one. Again, people not respecting private property. Going through closed gates, not closing it after them, because it only takes one person to leave the gate open, and then the rest of the day everyone's good. Well, the gate was open, I can go through. So again, it comes down to respecting the rights of others. Yes, we're seeing that increasingly. There's always going to be those aspects of people damaging and looting or graffitiing, and the problem with that on the rock art aspect is once it's done, you can't fix it. It's not like a stewardship project that we can do with the trail. Like, we can certainly pick up rubbish and we can fix a gate, but once rock art is damaged, it's damaged for years. And that can even come down to the simplest point of touching rock art, because the grease on your hands can interact with the pigment and stuff on the paint that was used, and then that will deteriorate. So there's many different aspects, and that is quite common, because once one person does it, somebody else will, well, it's there, I can do it. And again, we can look at the historical aspect, because people would still add their message in the 18th century. A lot of the cowboys and stuff that would be traveling through, they would see the rock art and they would still put their mark on as well. So you can see from a historical point, which is difficult to communicate to people, but it was, even though it wasn't okay, there weren't any rules back in the 18th century. But again, now there are ethics.
Now we have a different way of leaving history behind, right?
Yes. But it's difficult to say, but Cowboy Joe, he wrote his name, so why can't I write my name? No, and that's on the geological side. There's a part within Respect and Protect which covers petrified wood, because again, that holds down under the cultural and historical side. So, it's just a lot of issues. And then there's the vandalism, where people will smash pottery. It's so rare you're going to find an intact pottery sherd anymore. Well, they're all just sherds because they're all smashed, or projectile points or artifacts, because people are just looting, and not because they don't know. Like, a lot of people will find an arrowhead or a projectile, and they'll think, oh, I'll take it to the ranger station and say, because they'll want it. But then by removing it from the place they found it, you've destroyed the site, because now it's fair play. The ranger and the archaeologist now has this thing, but they don't know why it was left there, what direction it was pointing, what else is in that area, to be able to tell that story. So the best thing that you can do is, when you find artifacts and things like that, is to, you can look at it. That's our main story, is like, look, don't loot. Look at it and imagine the person who left it there. You know, imagine what their day was, imagine what their story was, and put yourself
Oh, that's cool.
into that position. You know, so that you can see the past into the future and leave it for future generations. So a lot of people just don't know that they're doing the wrong thing, but then there are the other people, like the few that ruin it for everybody, especially on the looting side of things. So the trip principles are nationwide. You know, there are little bits and pieces that change, you know, by state to state, but it really comes down to legislation and laws. You know, specifically there's some areas that e-bikes aren't allowed on public lands, and then other places there are, but really just the trip principles as a whole are nationwide. Well, our website is treadlightly.org. We're on Facebook, Treadlightly, Instagram. Everything is, you know, a portal from the website. So.
Guys, so thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for listening to Brian give us all this helpful information. Now it's time to let you guys know how much we've been able to raise towards Tread Lightly. So we have $11,000 that we'll be giving to you guys. Thanks a lot for everything that you guys do. It means a lot.
Yeah. Well, that $10,000, that $11,000 is going to go a long way, especially for Stewardship Day, which is coming up on September 14th. It's an open public day for all family. Come down and learn all about rock art and archaeology and how to look after it and see the past and the future.
The donation is not over. You guys can still help out. All it takes is a $10 patch. So I do have a link down below for you guys to check out. We've been able to raise $11,000, but we can keep going. We basically have until September 14th to see how much money we can raise. So head on down, get yourself that $10 patch.
Dude, I learned some stuff, and I was only talking to the guy for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a lot of information, and it's so much information, and that's what makes it hard, guys, to get it out so that everyone can learn it. It's a mission, man. Imagine trying to teach the entire country about this.
Well, the world. He was saying that they have ambassadors everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Which kind of motivated me to see if I can join that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna join?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do some courses, learn some things.
We'll see. Anything helps, guys. So if you can help share this video or just go check out the Tread Lightly webpage. They have tons of information. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.